is up, my magic miscreants? Risen Dragon here with a fun deck for you today, and today we're going back to Esper. Yeah, I've been hammering the Esper and RAKDOS trains lately, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. I think it's a pretty good path. Let me explain why. Because Angels themselves, like, we think Boros is a good one, but I came across this deck, and by came across I mean I got my butt absolutely whooped by this deck right here, and it is rather intriguing, and let me explain why. Because this card right here, Errant and Jada, Flash and Flying, you may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may cast spells with Flash or Flying from the top of your library. This is actually a really good advantage because of the fact that you can basically, like, if you're kind of screwed over in your hand, you can just go from the top of your library. Fun stuff. So let's look at the rest of the deck. It just builds and builds and builds off of one another. It's got some really fun quirks to it. So let's look at it. Spell Pierce, because no one runs Spell Pierce but me, and I don't have any friends. Counter target non-creature spell unless its owner pays 2. Very, something that is going to shock people, I think. It's like, well, who the heck plays Spell Pierce? Jada, Font of Hope. We've played her before, all the way back to when the Streets of New Capenna came out. But Flying and Vigilance, each other angel you control enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it for each angel you already control. Tap it and add a white to spend any mana to cast an angel spell. 3 make disappears. You know what this does. 3 go for the throats for some spot removal. Same goes with Sheoldred's Edict to make them sack something. Inspiring Overseer, I'm trying to figure out if this fits in this build. I might only put one of these in, or take one out and put more Resplendent Angels in, because the beginning of each end step, if you gain 5 or more life this turn, create a 4/4 white angel creature token with Flying and Vigilance. 3 and 3 white will give it +2/+2 and lifelink, so you can get that right there. Errant and Jada, we've already gone over this. Void Wren just destroys target non-land permanents, and it can't be countered. Why wouldn't you want that in your deck? Archangel of Wrath with a kicker of black or red. Flying and lifelink, when it enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, deal 2 damage to any target. When it enters the battlefield, if it is kicked twice, deal 2 damage to any target. So it is a really cool card to have. Drana and Linvala. Activated abilities of creatures your opponents control can't be activated, and it has all activated abilities of all creatures you control. You may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to activate those abilities. So it kind of shuts things down. Liasa, Forgotten Archangel, of course, whenever another non-token creature you control dies, return that card to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. If a creature an opponent controls would die, we exile it instead. And of course, because we want to get some more spot removal and potentially some resurrection stuff going on, Virtue of Persistence, beginning of your upkeep, target creature from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Lockthwain Scorn, -3/-3 target creature gets till end of turn. I did that like Yoda. I don't care. Gain 2 life. Sideboard, because we're running best of 3. We're going to do a best of 3. Void Rend, some more of those, some Sunfalls, a Farewell, some Syncopates, a Go for the Throat, some Infernal Grasps in case we come across like some artifacty type builds. We can easily swap the Infernal Grasp out with the Go for the Throats and throw in some Sheoldred's Edict, some Dissipates, and I always run Consuming Tide. I think I've played it against it once, but Anyway, so this is our Esper Angels build. Yeah, I've been on an Esper kick lately. I don't care. I've been on a RAKDOS kick. I don't care. It's good stuff, and it beats Boros Convoke any day of the week. It's a lot more fun, says the guy who's grinding their ladder right now, trying to get into Platinum using Boros Convoke. But we'll do a video on that later this week. So if you like the deck build, check out the upcoming video, or check out the following video, preceding video. I can't talk. Subscribe, like. If you're new to my channel, we do a best of 1 and we do a best of 3, so you can see how the deck functions in either one of those environments. So without further ado, let's get to the Esper Angels games, kids. And we're against Comcand for our best of 1 matchup. We are on the draw. Not the worst hand in the world, but certainly not the greatest. Depending on what we get. Oh, okay. Restless Anchorage, not a bad play, because we can then go into Cavern of Souls or an Underground River. Esper again? Okay, cool. Let's make them think we're, like, Azorius. And then we can counter Fairy Mastermind. Yeah, we want to keep threats off the board at this point. So, of course, we probably made a mistake there. Letting the aerial threat in, but that's interesting. Alright, and we have that, so we've got Errant Injeta that we can put down. Fairy Mastermind is fine. I'll take Errant Injeta any day of the week. I'm gonna cut it down. That'd not be cool there, kid. Yeah, you're gonna cut it down. That's fine. That's fine. Or bounce it back to my hand. Yeah, you're gonna cut it down. Okay. NBD, because we throw down the Cavern of Souls, Inspiring Overseer, and Shieldred. Do you have a Shieldred? Virtue of Loyalty? Sure. And times like this, you really start questioning why it is you play Magic the Gathering. At least I'm not playing, like... At least it's not like a net deck sort of deal, but... Gain a life, draw a card. Draw it into all our lands. Do you have another cut down? Probably. You do have the Underground River. So do you go with the Virtue of Loyalty next? You know I'm gonna trade off. No? Okay, so there... Really? You're just drawing into all our dang lands here. Part of me wants to put that down, but I know that if I do, it's probably going to get, destroyed. Okay. Well, hey, Archangel of Wrath. That's not a bad card to have. At all. Okay, so we're probably going to need to take care of that. That's going to be a fun play. Yeah, that's a problem. If you're smart, you take the Archangel. I'm going to say this. If you're going to play this deck, you need a Jada. You need a Jada in your opening hand to make this deck sing. You really, really do. So here's what we're going to do. They're not attacking, which is interesting. You know, I just cannot get over this. Actually, I can. Because... And actually, we can do that, too. We can pick off a bunch of things here. Get those back. Hey, we'll swing. Might as well. We're gonna die anyways. I have a feeling this is not gonna end well. Yep, there's that. So... That's about what we expected. And there's the Virtue. Yep, okay. So, that will come down, and we're going to start losing points hand over fist. So, Resplendent Angel's not the worst. Lisa's pretty cool, too. No attacks. See what they do. They'll probably kill it. I'll probably kill it. So this is just your typical run-of-the-mill Esper build. Hate to say it. Really? No actions here? You're just gonna build up and build up and build up? Really? Really? Just really? Yeah, that to me is just like... do this. I think they have a Wandering Emperor, so we're just going to swing in with these. Create a map token. They've probably got a Wandering Emperor kicking around. Maybe not. Put that up to 5, because that will... Hey, that's cool. Not gonna go for the throat me. That's about right. Okay. What you gonna do now? Aclazotz. Okay. That's fun. That's really fun. It just keeps getting bigger. You're going to draw a card. So we want our... Yep, discards a land card. Yep, there we go. That's fine. So we'll Void Rend this. And we are going to swing... Really? Ah, it's fine. Because that will do just fine. Oh, of course you're gonna do that. Of course you're gonna do that.
Now you've done
And yeah, now I've done it. There it is. Had a feeling that was gonna happen.
I am almost sad to see you go.
Another wedding announcement, you monster. And yet you're not swinging. Fine. Okay. Let's put that down. Kill this. Destroy target non-artifact creature. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll do this. And that. You there. You there. Oh, I should have swung with the anchorage. What was I doing there?
I'm never
That was
done
awful.
for good.
That was just terrible. Terrible play on my part, as always. I'm a little bit confused, though, as to why they're not... Okay, there's an Aclazotz again. Okay. So now, I have a Shieldred's Edict for that. Fine. 10 damage. Let's do that, I guess. That's okay. Interesting. My turn. Okay. Ooh, that's fun. Take that. Boom. Can't counter it either, kid. Let's try this. Non-token creature. Sack that. Do you have a negate? Because that would totally suck. You do. You have a No More Lies. I'm going to resolve that. Pay 3. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. I will do that. Put a lot of pressure. And yeah. Okay. Some interesting stuff here. Can we get them? If you have a Sunfall, I'm going to be really upset. Which is fine by me, because we can just activate the reef. Kicks his command, huh? Well, that's gonna stink. Yeah, that's really gonna stink. Kinda, sorta. We might be able to... Oh yeah, Deep Cavern Bat. You're clever. Why you do that? Sure. Bye. He'll gain life. Oh, and that untaps. Yeah. That's No bueno! And that's also got lifelink too, so... However, what we can do is we can do this. Oh, except auto pay, yep, do that. And we'll just swing, see what happens. They'll gain all this life, we'll gain life, and that will be interesting stuff. So we get those down. Raffine, you're always fun. Dunnock, you're fun. Deep Cavern Bat, you're fun. I got nothing. And another Deep Cavern Bat. Wow, so you're just like going all out here, kid. Absolutely going all out here. Yep. Cool. Don't really see how we get out of this one. Jid is cool. Yeah, good game. Let's move to the best of 3. We're against Sati for our best of 3 matchup. We are on the play. Jada in our opening hand. Excellent start. An excellent, excellent start. I highly recommend this. Sati, what are you doing? Only getting down to 5. Alright, we Surveil. Go for the Throat is a great early play. Especially against mono red. So we're gonna hold off on the Jada. Because if they're playing mono red, we need to make sure they're tapped down. Oh, it's an artifact build. Okay. So let's flash in Errant. Let's flash in Errant. Rakdos, Oni Cult, fun. Now this is one of those builds that's gonna get interesting. Let's go Jada. See what they do. Do they take out my Errant? Atsushi. Cool. So we could kill that. That's rough. I don't know how much I want to do there. That is a 5/6. We're gonna hold on that. Because again, we kill the Atsushi, and it's going to just trigger the Dragon Spark big time. Oh, what is this? That's fun. And you're gonna sack that to kill my guy. Cool. Interesting. Nah. No blocks. We'll gain all that life, but I'm just gonna gain it back. Drawing once more into all our stuff, but what we're gonna do is this. We're actually going to kill the Atsushi. They're gonna gain a bunch of tokens, but at least we're gonna gain a lot of that life back. That's at least my theory on it. Yep. Okay, so that is that. And they can easily take out a bunch of things, but that is just involuntary employment. Yikes. Rough. That's rough, man. You kill my Archangel of Wrath? So Kanzan Smelter, huh? Well, you gotta do something about the... What is this? Interesting. Okay, you're dead. You're dead! Sure, I'll gain some life off that. I'm fine with that. You're dead. I don't think there's really any way you can come back from this. Okay, fine. Bye. I like the concept. I think in a... okay, so you saw right in that game what you need to have. You need to have this young lady in that opening hand. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take out these. We're going to put in a Sunfall and a Farewell, just so we can deal with the artifacts. 1 and 2 with this deck tonight. Or no, we would go... Yeah, well, okay. Well, this one kind of stinks because we don't have the white, but we are on the draw, so let's see what we can do. Oh, Blood Fountain, okay. Okay, Void Rend is not a bad... Oh, yeah, we keep that. Void Rend is not a bad card to have. In fact, that's actually a really good card to have. So, Kenzan Smelter, sure. Jada. We're going to hold off the Void Rend on the Oni Cult Anvil. Exactly for that reason. Part of me wants to put in Drana and Linvala, but I know that that's probably going to get rough. So. Yo. Yep. Fun. Okay. That's cool. That's alright. So we had to put that down. We're going to do Void Rend on that, simply because I don't want that getting out of hand. Now what you gonna do? You just have another one, that's okay. Oh, and also, too, we have a Sunfall. That's gonna... So that's that interesting combo. We've done this before. We've done a deck very similar to this. I'm gonna hold off on anything at the moment. Dragon Spark Reactor, huh? You gonna sack that? Yep, that's okay. And you'll just do the Smelter. That's fine. Though we need to reconsider some things here. Do that. Had to do it. Had to do it. I will Sunfall just for one. I don't really care. 'Cause reasons. I need to... Oh, you have another one. How fun are you? You're gonna have to get rid of one of these. Which one are you gonna sack? There you go. Had a feeling. Yeah, and they can kill us next town, so... We are pretty dead here. Try to get something out of it, but... No, we're just dead. Because they can activate the Dragon Spark and just swing in. So... Sunfall... Yeah, I mean, there's really not much we could have done about that. And we did not swap in our Infernal Grasps. Alright, well, 1 and 3 maybe with this deck. We'll see. 2 and 2 would be great, but... We gotta get that... Oh, hey, that's pretty good. Put that down. To a Cyclone Coast. Into a Jada. Blood Fountain. Yep. To an Archangel of Wrath. Oni Cult Anvil. Oh, Soken's on Smelter. Okay. So that's pretty chill at the moment. You know, we're going to do this. We're going to swing in with that. And do that. We'll draw a card. Hey, Errant and Jada, not a bad idea. I think once we get the bigger creatures down, I think we're going to be in pretty good shape. Another Smelter, okay. So you're gonna create a token. Yep. Okay. We'll take it. So we're gonna take out one of their smelters, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna swing in. Archangel of Wrath with Kicker. That's a 5/6. And we're gonna get back up to... Now, if they have that Servitude card, I'm not gonna be a happy camper. Emergency Weld. Interesting. Fun. Okay. Well, we're gonna gain some life out of this. So here's the thing. You think you put pressure on, but you're actually just losing advantage here. Yeah, that's a fun one. Because here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go for the throat this, actually, because I'm getting real sick and tired of you putting out tokens. There we go. All right, 2-2 with this deck tonight. Let's go to the post-game analysis. So ultimately, my hope for this build was that we could get this to really pop off with this, but the fact that we were able to really pop off with this card and we ran into a deck that didn't run spot removal, this deck actually performed pretty well. I think that in best of 3, I think it's a better best of 3 build because of the fact that you've got all the adjustments that you can make. You know, we swapped in the Sunfall for a Farewell just to try to get something going, and even still, I think that this build does have quite a bit of fun interactions with it. I really think having Errant and Jada is a really, really, really good card to have in this build because we're running all flyers and you get to preview what's coming up, and it's really, really cool. I like this build. So if you like what you saw, like the video, subscribe to my channel. This is our 198th video. We're up to almost 200 videos. How cool is that we're almost up to 200 videos? It's been a fun ride so far. Hopefully the next 100 will be just as awesome. But anyways, my magic miscreants, may you always be on the play. May all your spells hit the board. Risen Dragon is out. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Happy St. Patrick's Day.